Hi everyone, Nick McNaboe.
Michael Milano.
Today we have the pleasure of introducing Heidi Adams. She's a wine ambassador for Boisset Wines in Marin and Sonoma County and soon to be Las Vegas. Today we're going to be talking about the wine ambassador program and how Heidi can take a palette of Boisset wine and kind of curate an experience for you. We're going to talk about what some of her customers and what her customers' experiences are with what you do for these people, and then we'll also talk about some virtual tasting ideas and ways that Heidi can really curate your overall business experience and do custom wine deliveries, wine tastings, and we're really excited about it today. Gifts and other cool things like that.
There's 24 wineries under the collection of Boisset, and it's owned by the Boisset family, who has a rich heritage in France and decades of winemaking. And the son, Jean-Charles, brought this program, the ambassador program, to fruition and has been acquiring and building and just very innovative.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's what is unique about it. Is a lot of wineries exist, a lot of wine companies that sell wine wholesale, retail, and to the trades. But this program is unique in that it's for the consumer.
Yeah.
It's for the consumer. It's to create that wine experience outside of the stereotype of wine being snobby and you have to be an expert. It's to bring it into people's homes, because
you also get that private feel. I mean, the best part of my wine experience is when you go to a winery that happens to just, you like catch it between groups and you get like this unique experience to like talk to somebody who knows a lot about the wine, and you get to bring that experience to like something that you create that's outside of that realm. So people are comfortable. They're in an open environment. They're not elbow to elbow with strangers, like, going through like this process of like tasting wine and moving on. It's like curated here, full event.
Right. And this program, in addition to the wineries, so we have curated flights that people can purchase for their home, for their parties, for a group of friends, special occasion, and it will take you through what you would experience at a winery if you want that. We have flights that are like big and bold. So then they talk about what makes a bold wine. And it's educational as well. So people can engage and taste and learn together without, feeling like.
I think that's such an upgrade for like a team building event, or if you wanted to bring in like a group of our VIPs and just do an event like that, and you get that wine tasting experience at an event, and it's so much better than just a bar with some wine and beer being poured.
Right. It gives a little purpose to drinking, like it's
There's an educational element to it.
Yeah, and then, it doesn't have to be long. Like a lot of the events we did a 40th birthday party recently, and it was the first 45 minutes, just people trying the wine, talking about, what makes a great red, what makes a great white or sparkling. And then they went on and had their dinner, and but it brought old and young and everyone together.
I love that.
Kind of an icebreaker.
For sure.
You think of it that way.
So it's a very French name. Is it all French wines?
No. So that's what makes us unique as well. We call it Old World, New World, because Boisset is a French family. They've been around for decades. They started, one or two wineries and are growers as well, and then acquired more as time went on. And when Jean-Charles, the son, he was like 11 when the family came to Napa and Sonoma, and he was like, this is the new world of wine. He was young, he already had that vision.
Amazing. And
actually his first vision, because they went to Buena Vista winery, which we have a Buena Vista today, I'm going to gift you guys. It is the oldest winery in California. It's just iconic and beautiful. And he, at that young age, said, I want to own this winery. I want our family to own this winery. So we've now had it for 10 years. But so it's 25 total wineries at the moment. about half French, half Californian. And they're also acquiring, like we have Oakville Grocery, you know, there's the food element that's coming into it. They've just acquired a brewery. They're going to make a brewery in Calistoga. So it's ever evolving.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Exciting. And the wineries, at least in California, they're spread out.
Santa Rosa, Napa, and Sonoma. So it's DeLoach, Wattle Creek, that's in Santa Rosa, Buena Vista in Sonoma, and then Raymond up in Napa. And, you know, really, Raymond is known for their reds, you know, it's got an amazing reputation. Buena Vista, again, because of the history, beautiful whites, beautiful reds. The buildings are beautiful. Jean-Charles is really into events. He's very much a showman. So we have these rooms that are decorated in crazy and bizarre themes. Like we have the red room, which is all red velvet at Raymond for private parties.
Okay.
So again, you know, special events, whether it's real estate or birthday parties or, you know, a wedding reception, all of the wineries have beautiful facilities for that as well.
Yeah, that's one of the fun parts of the wineries.
Exactly.
I think it would be a great like cap to like just the traditional wine tour and then a venue to go to and end your day and really have like a full palette of wine at an event space that is a little bit better than just, you know, ending it at a restaurant.
Yeah.
You know, you've got that venue there, and I think it would be a nice bookend to, I mean, sometimes these wine tours are long.
Yeah, right, exactly.
And to have something to wind down to in like a nice environment and really have like a kind of a wine finisher.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Oakville Grocery caters at our wineries. So even as a guest, I mean, if you're going there, you can say, I want to pre-order the cheese plate or whatever from Oakville Grocery and, you know, finish up that way. When I recently took a group of friends that weren't friends, it was a mix of people, a real estate gal and a friend of mine who was selling her place who had never met. You know, we had wine, we had cheese, and they ended up putting a deal together and selling her mom's house in Alameda. So
It's beautiful.
it was a great thing that was casual, and it wasn't, you know, that wasn't even the purpose of getting together, but that's how great things happen over wine, you know.
Yeah, great things happen.
That's our motto.
That's true. I have kids.
Yeah. Right. An escape from all that. Yeah. So.
Well, I think, I mean, as a wine ambassador, I mean, I'm not really sure like what that is. What is this wine ambassador program? I know you're curating wine. How did you get into it? And just explain a little bit about
Sure.
what that is.
Yeah. So about 8 years ago, Jean-Charles had this vision for bringing wine into people's homes. So not just the wineries, but how are we going to get the word out, you know, to individuals and friends and family. So they basically created this program where individuals could get educated on the wine, educated on our products, and bring it to your friends and family and into their homes. And that was the whole idea, because in France he grew up seeing his grandparents and his parents in the dining room, in the kitchen, in the vineyard, you know, sharing time together. That's how wine was shared among people. It wasn't a big, you know, conglomerate corporate experience. And so by bringing it to individuals to share with their network is how the ambassador program got started. So there's about 3,000 of us in North America, and we basically represent the program, which is to have wine either shipped to you. We do private label for corporate. So here's an example. University of Arizona did something. You can do it for weddings. You can do it for corporate accounts. A lot of real estate people will put their face or, you know, their business logo. I have a client who just closed a big sale, not real estate, but something else, and they're sending a case to their customer with their logo and a thank you note, you know, on the wine.
And you're the point of contact for this kind of thing? Oh, yeah.
So we help them curate gifts, tastings among their friends and family, and bring them to our wineries. So once, if you join the Wine Society, for example, you can go to our wineries unlimited with your friends, with your family, no charge for the tastings. So they really encourage, getting people in and enjoying the wines. And there's over usually about 250 wines in the collection at any one time. So again, French and Californian, bubbles, reds, everything from a $14 bottle to a $250 bottle of wine. Yeah.
That's so much more diverse than just being a member at a winery.
Exactly. That's how I got into it, actually, to go back to your question. So in my other business, I always buy gifts at Christmas for my clients.
Right.
And living in Sonoma, I had probably 5 wine club memberships,
Yeah.
Just you have friends come to town, you go to the winery. And a gal I play tennis with was like, gosh, you should join this wine club and buy your gifts for your clients through Boisset. And I canceled everything else and I joined Boisset, and it's been great because I can do gifts, I can do custom items, I can go to any of the wineries versus just 1, 2, or 3 that you're a member of. To your point. So
I mean, with that, I mean, what's I've got the creative juices going. I'm like, okay, we've got this. I like a case of wine for a client with their house on it, or something, just something that you can brand that's really just about them. Talk about a welcome home. It's like, hey, housewarming party.
Yeah.
All the bottles are labeled. What's something that like one of your customers would say that they like? What's a story of a customer who just like loved what you were up to, and just a story about that kind of thing?
Yeah. So we recently had a customer that went public, a big tech company, and their employees, during COVID, everyone's just been so trapped, but they were working so hard and they wanted to gift their employees and they wanted to do it fast. And we're talking like 3,000 employees. Wow. So they came to us and said, what can you do? People are scattered all over the country, but they put together these beautiful a custom wine in a custom box with the message, like, we did it, congratulations, you're part of the team, and it went out across the country, individually to these people's homes. So we got, great reviews on that, and I'm sure they'll be a customer forever. And so being able to execute is part of it as well. That's a success story.
So did they all open up that bottle together on like a Zoom thing?
Yeah, actually, that's correct. It was, sent, and then they had a scheduled time that they were supposed to get together and do it. So
can you imagine the sound of that? Just pop, 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 pop.
Right. Yeah.
That's where the volume just keeps going up on the Zoom call.
Yeah, right.
And nobody can hear anybody. It's like everybody just goes on mute.
So that's a great example, and of course, I think even on a smaller scale, getting people together for, like I said, the 40th birthday party or something like that, just having that connection, that time of connection over something special.
Yeah, and amongst COVID, you were talking earlier about a virtual tasting.
Right.
Like I know there's we've done the virtual happy hour, which tends to get a little bit out of control.
Yeah.
But can you explain like what a virtual tasting is and what that would look like? And feel like?
So again, we have curated flights. We change them every quarter, it's kind of seasonal. So either 2, 4, 6 bottle flights, I think we have right now. So for business, exactly, virtual happy hours. A lot of companies have said, look, we can't get people together. Maybe they had a quarterly meeting, they can't do it. So they'll send us a list of the people they want the wine sent to. Each person receives their package with a tasting sheet of what we're going to be tasting, and we send out an invitation to the Zoom call. So we spend a half hour, hi, welcome everyone, open your first bottle of wine, what do you smell, what do you, try to get it interactive, and then we're done. I recently did one for a college reunion. That was fun. It was people, a 30-year college reunion, they couldn't get together. So there was about 25 of them. We shipped the wine to all their homes, and we opened it together. And yeah, that one got a little rowdy. They kept going, and I'm like, okay, I'm signing off now. Have fun. But that's the idea: is bringing people together with a virtual tasting when you can't be together.
Well, that's fantastic. I mean, event connections and everything like that. I mean, it's so much more than what I had anticipated, and there's a dynamics to it that I think just fits really well in today's society. So, I mean, thank you so much for sharing what you do and bringing.
Well, how do people find you? Are they finding you just by being at these events?
Well, yeah. Like any salesperson, you have to connect with people, and whether it's social media or my network from the past, and getting out and doing events. So. We're happy to do tastings, complimentary. Like if there's a business event, we'll come in, we'll set up a booth or a table, do light pours and tell about the business. So we're happy to do that anytime. We have people that go to, different fairs or different business events, so that's one way to do it. But nowadays it's easy to connect, if you're out there, and especially on social media. I'm a more face-to-face person, so nice. I love an opportunity like this to sit with people and get to know you and what your needs are. It's like anything, it's a matter of timing, just like real estate, I might not be ready to sell or buy today, but maybe in a year I need, a solution. And so it's just getting the word out that this is an option for gifting, for special events, or for your personal consumption. I should add, when you're a wine club member, you get 20% off. We have corporate memberships for high volume, so we also have a real estate program. Realtors get an automatic 10% off without joining, the club.
Yeah.
So,
and you've got your wine ambassador kind of website link.
Right. Yeah.
And we'll include that here, and you guys will be able to connect with Heidi and really get the ball rolling.
Yeah. You can order right online. We help you with custom label. Always available to brainstorm and curate something unique. So
it sounds like there's so many creative things you can offer. It's like really customize an experience or gift or anything in between.
Right. Small,
based
large.
on the need of the consumer. That's so cool.
Right, exactly. You can even have Jean Charles show up at some of your events if they're really big and special. He's a character, so that would be fun too.
They're only big and special if he shows up.
Yeah, that's right. So hopefully you can make it to one of our events in the future, or come up to one of the wineries and enjoy the day. So.
Or have an event for all of you with Heidi.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thank you for chatting with Mike and I, and providing us the ability to share you with an amazing community in which we live.
Yeah. Love Marin, love all my friends here, and great to spread that around. So thank you.
It's a great place to live and do what you do.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. It's really neat.
Thanks everybody. Nick McNabo,
Michael Milano,
Heidi Adams.
And thank you for joining us. And if you need further contact, feel free to reach out to myself, Mike, if you want to get in contact with Heidi. Her link will be included below. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll talk to you soon.